This was one of the first songs Bethany and it's really the first song I feel like we really wrote together, because we had written a couple other songs beforehand, but I feel like you kind of contributed most of like the lyric and the melody to those. But it was the first time that like we jointly wrote something and like we jointly put together melodies and harmonies, and it was the first time for me that it was like, wow, this is, we can make a band out of this.
Yeah.
And so this one was inspired by a Civil Wars song, because if you haven't heard of them, they're unbelievable. Check them out. And I wanted something that was like, again, like just gritty, raw. I pictured in it kind of it going along with the theme of our name, Wandering Downhome. So kind of this Delta blues feel. I imagine like someone sitting on their front stoop of like, their broken down house, picking up, a guitar and having people join them on their stoop playing this song. So with this one, I had, wrote a lick and then of the verse, and then Bethany had heard it.
I felt like the verse needed to be very different from the chorus, and I feel like that's how it kind of came together. And it came together rather quickly. But I should say this was before we were playing with anyone. It was just the two of us, basically. And I remember sitting on your couch in your old apartment, and we were sketching out the lyrics, and we were struggling over the one lyric that is now, till we get to the Bowery, the subway's our stage. And we were trying to think of what iconic New York City venue would work for what became the Bowery in the lyric.
Right after I sing the first verse and the full band comes in, it like, I can hear it. Like, it's so powerful. And that's exactly what we wanted it to be, I think. And with the content of what it's about how that no matter where you are, you can always have this down home feel. So it's kind of like a visual of comparing us being, living in New York City, but having these like Delta blues roots. There's in the first verse, there's no grass around, but the concrete is kind of like my grass and the playground of like the city lights, and kind of taking charge of like New York City and making it our down home. And I think that's kind of how that song came about.
Yeah. I feel like, not to sound cheesy, but everyone who comes to New York, like following a dream, can find it easy to get lost and to maybe have a moment where you're trying to figure out how your dream is matching up with your reality or not. And so I think that with this song, what we're trying to do is say that you can hold on to who you are, no matter where you are, no matter if you're down home in Minnesota or if you're in New York City, because you can hold on to that, and that's the thing that's gonna get you where you need to go. That's the thing that's gonna lead you along your journey, and so you need to hold on to that. I think that's what we were going for in the hook of the song, is like you can go down home on a pickup truck or on the city bus, because it's what you hold on to inside that's gonna count.